Previously on Pugmire.
Here we go. Take out the battle axe. Give the tick a menacing look right before you charge forward and just cleave it in half.
That's one way to split the party.
And I touch one of my paws to my focus, and I extend the other paw out, and the magic travels through my amulet, through my body, into my paw, and I shoot out the cone of chaos energy from my paw.
So the rat, you see like his cackling face all of a sudden just go silent and ghostly, like,
who's laughing now? And then I'm gonna yell out, "Now sick 'em, Bob."
So you beat the tick at its own game. It's biting you. You bite it back, and you're growling like, "Argh," and you rip it off.
My bite's just as strong as my bark.
So if I'm in the tree, I'm going to try to tackle the rat out of the tree and, just let gravity do the rest.
Get him, Hoss!
Did I take any damage from the fall, or did I cushion it with the rat?
What do we do? Do we interrogate him and talk to him, or just tie him up and keep going? We set fire to his thesis.
Can we wake him up first?
Well, obviously.
You can witness
Yeah, okay,
it,
good.
yeah.
So we can witness it, great.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was defending myself, I thought. You see, I was outcast from my conclave. Tickmancy is certainly frowned upon, as it's odd, and people hate
Well, yeah,
ticks.
it's kind of gross.
He just keeps getting more and more pathetic after his arrogance.
See, now I feel bad for him. I didn't expect that to happen. You know anything about a man cave near here?
I do know the general area.
Will you take us there? And in return, we'll think about giving you your book back.
Oh,
Think about
yes, I of course can lead you there. It'll still be a couple days. Eve of the where the man cave is, Bob has decided to take first watch. The moon is full and bright.
Where are we going? North. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Therapeutic benefit in role-playing games. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, baby.
Your presence requested in exchange for treasures.
Red Ripper.
Are we talking one treasure each?
Count that.
Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Last time on Pugmire, the group entered into its first combat. They encountered a rat tickmancer who specializes in tick magic, conjuring ticks, related diseases, and is also experiments with chemistry. And all of this started with a noble desire to cure Lyme disease, but in fact he has done the opposite and has just spread it. Outcast by his own conclave far away. As part of the Pugmire world, there is a group of rats who focuses on science, but his particular practice was they viewed it as disgusting. Quite frankly, they're like, get out of here. They banished him. The current area surrounding Bosspun, there are very few rats around to begin with, and they're mostly thieves. So he also doesn't have a place here. But he went on to say that the forest where he's been hiding out has recently cleared out of very powerful monsters that used to guard this man cave that has remained unexplored. And he's noticed that it's still dangerous for rats because, like, the dogs, and I didn't say this before, but badgers attack rats, and giant beasts are no longer around, and it's oddly safe in that respect. So we left with the evening prior to the arrival. Bob has taken first watch, and in doing so, Bob is going to roll a notice check.
All right, let's see what Bob does or doesn't notice. So that would be a 10.
Bob stands guard with his beautiful warhammer and shining armor that is reflected well in the full moonlight. And he makes rounds, just marching circles around like any good protecting dog would. He notices nothing out of the ordinary and goes to sleep.
Because I'm doing a great job.
Who is second watch?
Mackenzie will go next.
Mackenzie, notice check, please.
That is a natural 1.
A botch. So Mackenzie grows paranoid of the lurking dangers that previously had heard about in the area, and every twig and blow of the wind is frightening, and thus so Mackenzie does not receive proper rest. So while at full health, will gain a condition, which I believe it's just called Scared. Conditions, where are you? Index. Show me condition.
Show me potato salad.
Name something you take on a picnic.
A blanket.
Potato salad.
Yeah, again.
Okay, we're gonna go with potato salad.
Show me potato salad.
I love that I'm not the only one who uses that reference commonly.
I'm just glad somebody else got it.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. All right, you have a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is in sight. You can't willingly move closer to the source of the fear. The fear is all around you. So
Lovely.
you're just in place, afraid that every little thing is going to attack you.
Yep. Everything's out to get me.
You are too afraid to go back to sleep. You maintain watch for the rest of the evening because you also can't take any actions.
Nope.
So Harris never gets woken and slept very well because it didn't need to take a watch. So the group wakes and apparently nothing happened. So you see Mackenzie.
Mackenzie's just
shaking and like, ugh.
Good morning, coffee is ready. I hand out bowls of coffee, and she laps up some of herself.
Much obliged.
So why did you wake me for watch?
Oh, I didn't felt like there was any need. Don't worry about it. You looked so tired.
Yeah, you
look so refreshed.
You don't
Your
look
looks wonderful
quite as
today.
fresh.
Don't worry about me. Let's keep talking about you.
Okay. You're gonna be all right, because
I'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Everybody, let's wake up. Let's break camp and let's go. Let's go. Don't leave me alone.
So
weird way to end the sentence. But okay.
I'm going to shift the scared condition to sickly. You haven't contracted anything, but it's not that you
Sleep deprived.
Yeah, it's not that you didn't get rest. It's that like your brain was super active during the entire period where it should have been resting. We'll say that you're currently sickly, which just means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. That's all.
That's all. Okay.
I'll do one last group search check around the area.
That's on
Well-
nat 1.
With disadvantage, that 22 turns into a 9.
A 9, and you botched.
I got a 1, yeah. Nat 1.
13?
All right, Gizmo.
Come on, Gizmo.
5.
We're lost.
We're like the worst dogs ever.
Game over.
So you search the surrounding area by nature of Mackenzie's clear lack of sleep. The rest of the group is a bit suspicious, decides to search the area, but determines that there was just nothing to be found.
Like I said, everything's fine. I don't know why everybody's so worried. Let's just go.
You march further west. You reference both the map and the guidance of the rat here, who then indicates, I believe we're in the area. We'll make another search check. We'll see if the group can pull something together here.
Get a 16 on the die.
Nice. That'll do, actually, because this is more like a matter of you just need to find like one clue, basically.
Okay.
So Bob, in his searching wisdom, finds that there's rubble and dirt that is peculiar. And by simply shifting a bit around, that there is steel beneath it.
Hey, check this out. Clank, 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 clank. Like I hit it with the base of my warhammer, like the butt of the warhammer. Bang, bang, bang.
Does it sound like
What's
just
in
a plank of steel, or does it sound hollow?
It sounds so you've got pretty good senses. It sounds like it's maybe like a foot of steel, and that there's a slight echo indicating.
Okay.
Okay.
Beyond.
So it might be a hatch.
I'm gonna start kind of like like digging almost like around and kind of trying to like get.
Yeah, we all start like dog digging on all fours.
Yes.
Just in a little circle around this this potential hatch.
Except Gizmo, who just strokes cuckold.
Is there any kind of like area that we might be able to like, pry it open via? Like, is there any seam at all?
Like a handle or something. We come like the hatch in the Lost. Like, is there a door? Is there a handle?
Yeah. After you dig and you just continue to reveal more and more steel, and you get to the point where after some time has passed, that you do see that there is some sort of opening mechanism and handle that it's like a crank to open.
Actually, could I use activate my rage to give me a bonus to strength checks?
Yes.
If it's a strength oriented.
You see, so Paris get in this like squatting position, like a strength squatting position, and grapple on. And with the grappling, you see like to the point where the fur is like pulsating with the will to open this thing. And you see like some teeth like and
man!
Precisely. His fur turns golden, and so then just pulls the thing open and gets like underneath and starts like pushing it. And at that point, with the assistance of the rest of the party, you easily then push it the rest of the way.
Okay.
So the initial area is dark, and you see that there is a metal outline, and then like metal cables forming a cross, and a metal rope. So like this is the first time you're actually seeing like metal cables, and one going down the center. They're all thick. Like you could not wrap even like Paris or Bob could not fully wrap their paws around the cable.
Okay.
Does this look like old man ruins?
So roll history.
Old man ruins like, get off my lawn.
That is a 22.
What are you doing here, you filthy
22.
dog?
Yeah.
Nice!
So
This is my shtick.
So you start like cycling through all of the books you've read on Nan and these cables, and you start to recall something that was called an elevator and had a system of cables where these boxes could just move on their own. Certain man ruins, and you do believe that this is related to the elevator.
Do I recall how these old machines worked?
You do recall that it is a form of man magic that powered them.
Okay. Does there seem to be any safe way to descend downwards or upwards, depending on which way we're looking to? Oh, we want to go down into the man cave.
When you feel the cables, they are incredibly durable.
Looks like they can withhold our weight.
It's like again like the girth and everything, and you like shake it a little bit. Like these are definitely strong enough to hold us.
With us having gotten equipment for the adventure, would it be safe to say that we had acquired like climbing equipment and like spelunking gear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bob and Paris both collected. And Paris also knew to get everything in triplicate.
Right.
Part of the Dungeoneer's culture. So yes, you have like a series. You could set up grapple hooks in every quadrant, since it's forming that to really make it sturdy, and you can wrap them around yourselves. Like what rope you have, you can wrap around yourselves as you then scale downward.
So she'll start unpacking the grappling hooks and rope and start tying them off in secure locations to descend down the elevator shaft.
I'll help out.
It's can offer to do that as well. I do have Traverse as a skill, so I don't know if that could aid at all. I mean, I know that's actually the getting across of it, but if that would help in any way in the planning process.
Yeah, I would say group traverse check with advantage. 'Cause you are all very well prepared. You know like what this is, and you've set up a system that's very safe.
22.
16.
13.
7.
That's still wait with advantage. You got 7.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 and a 5.
Oh man.
Don't call me out like this.
Gizmo.
Come on.
Oh man.
Gizmo's more
So,
like
okay.
slinking in the shadows and shooting out spells. Okay, this is not.
He doesn't want the spotlight that he's, dragging us down.
It's also trying to make sure the cuckold gets down safely. That's very important.
Yeah, we'll say that that's the reason why.
I guess
we'll say that.
I'm more of a spellcaster. I'm not really much of a traverser. It's okay.
I'm going to say you scale down in the order of your success. So Paris first with the 22, then Bob with the 16, then Mackenzie, and with all of them already down there and knowing what's going on, Gizmo is able to get down safely. They have their hands up, guiding the way, and so you all make it down.
He falls the last few feet, but we all catch him, so no harm done.
He actually decides to do a backflip onto you guys. You all land at the base safely.
Let's rock and roll!
It is completely dark, and none of you have dark vision, but you do have plenty of torches.
Yeah, so I say we light some of those. Maybe 2 of them. One in the front, one in the back.
Yeah, I'm going to say you have a dozen torches, so
Okay.
feel free. You have descended down the shaft. Before you stands a preserved marvel of the old ones. The initial room is small, with pictures held in metal frames on the wall. Upon closer examination, you can see man performing strange rituals in particular clothing. A man holding a prolate spheroid tight to his body, like it was the most precious object in the world, is running toward a strange Y symbol. This man has a rounded helmet with bars across the face, and his shoulder armor is robust. A second picture depicts a man with a cloth helmet with the brim sticking out from his forehead, suspiciously like Billy's. And his shirt and pants are tight with pinstripes. He must be some sort of Zen martial artist because the way he holds the mighty stick extends behind his body in this beautiful, strange position. Another picture shows a closer-up image of a man holding a perfect brown sphere just above his face. His uniform leaves his arms completely bare up to the shoulder. You were always under the impression long flowing robes were symbols of man, but these images lead you to believe that tightly fitting your body is more meaningful. You go beyond the entryway, and a massive room with a vaulted ceiling extends out before you. Bronze statues of man tower above you, with boxes of ancient script at their feet. Glass containers far more advanced than you've ever witnessed contain the objects you saw in the pictures. You aren't sure what they are, but something primal inside you is drawn to their power.
So Mackenzie is just writing everything she sees down.
Bob is on guard like he's never been on guard before.
I'm trying to look around, and I don't know if this might be like a survive check or something. I want to see if there's any other type of tracks or anything that might indicate whether or not we are the first dogs that are here.
Yes, absolutely.
15.
You start looking around at the floor, trying to find dust patterns for tracks, and you do determine that you are not the first ones here in recent history, and you do find a single set of paw tracks, and something about them really excites you, and you start smelling more closely, and you believe the scent of your master is attached to these footprints. You do look around more, and you notice that there are a series of footprints from badgers.
I don't think we're alone here, guys.
I think I kind of agree with you here. Now, can we see where the tracks lead? Like, are they going in a particular direction, or are they just kind of like all over the place?
So this room, so they're all over the place, and this room continues forward into another room of equal size.
Okay, I'm saying let's follow the tracks.
My tail's wagging. I'm definitely excited about that.
Yeah, same. I'm getting excited.
Let's do it.
I mean, I'll go, but only because I haven't seen the human stuff in that direction yet.
Yeah. So while you were doing that, Mackenzie, make another history check.
Oh, womp womp. 8.
Okay, so still in looking around and at the ancient script, you managed to decipher in the script the words Moss, Brown, Tippett, Hannah, and Brady. So Mackenzie has managed to decipher some of the ancient text and found those words. Again, also in this room, there are the prolate spheroids that are brown, and those are in the glass, and those have ancient script all over them. You do see that there is some of the armor that the man wore, and you see helmets and cleats. And you do see a symbol of a man's profile with a blue streak coming from the back of its head. So moving
These
into...
were great warriors of the great old ones. Well versed in the ways of combat and magic, it seems.
The next room, again, features glass pedestals, though this time there are paw-sized black circles in them. There are strange brooms on the walls, shoes with blades, and massive armor. There are 2 distinct statues, one of a hulking being upright near the ceiling, and the other fully outstretched as though flying. And this calls for another history check from Mackenzie.
That would be a 21. Clearly, Mackenzie was a much more of a hockey fan than a football fan, it would seem.
You have read much
Behemoths.
about Ice Ball.
Yes.
So you make out the words Chara and Or. You also see that there is a large bear frozen like a
Yes.
spell was cast upon it. You are now, with your knowledge, putting together that these people were the world shapers. With the blades on their feet, their ability to fly, and their strange brooms, they must have manipulated the earth.
That's exactly what happens.
And putting together, so you're starting to put together these pieces of man here, that the first room was these like
These
great
were-
warriors.
These were their warriors. These were their gods.
And then these were they could fly and shape things.
Old time hockey?
And then another room, going in deeper, unless anybody wanted to do anything in this room.
I am literally singularly focused on the tracks because, I'm just trying to even further pick up on whatever scent might be taco scent.
Yeah, taco
Oh, yeah.
scent is stronger as you go.
Someone is probably having to push Mackenzie along because she's not going to want to leave each room whenever she enters one.
Yep.
But it's you just try to convince her. It's like, we'll come back later. It's not going to go anywhere. Don't worry.
This means something. This is important.
Going in deeper, still, you believe these are the martial arts masters. A statue depicts one man with his left leg lifted high into the air, with both hands over his head. He holds a small sphere that you're instantly attracted to within his grasp. You consider they may be blessed by the sky. You see a second statue with a man holding the stick horizontally, with one leg outstretched in front of the other. You see more glass with small white balls with red stripes upon them, covered in ancient text.
Mackenzie knows these are the gods of fetch. It's like they just throw the balls and the sticks, and these are glorious, great old ones.
On the walls, you see the tight uniforms. You see socks of red, helmets of red, and you begin to wonder what role red played in the history of man. Where there's also the red stripes on the walls themselves.
Yeah.
I'm going to just play off of the history more. You decipher the names or titles: Young, Ted, Pedro, Yaz, and Boggs. The next room is near the inner sanctum. The scent is getting very strong now. And where it's so close to the final room, you speculate that these were the priests of their day. The beings you see hold large brown balls, one up to his face and the other down to the ground. With your history, you decipher that the ancient script says bird and bill. You start to think you understand the purpose of this mission. Man created birds. King Cluck's position is legitimate. All of the objects you've seen up to this point were some sort of divine eggs. Searching further, you find the word perish upon one of the priest's garments. You also see cowens. Perhaps cows have some role as well, yet to be determined. And you see the word garnet, another reference to red.
Ancient jewels.
Huh. There we go.
Although actually, I guess this won't show up. Oh no, it will.
Yeah, no, that actually, I see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So the players have now explored this ancient ruin. They have discovered all sorts of new things about man and their rituals and what they held sacred and their armor. And it's all becoming clear that King Cluck's position seems legitimate, where man itself created chickens to follow in their, or birds to follow in their footsteps, and held all of these majestic eggs and keep them in these glass containers. And with that, the party is about to enter the final sanctum, where Harris's master scent is strong.